Hey Mamaw, I know you weren't expecting this, but I thought I'd go ahead and make this video for you. I know Amanda and the kids and some other family are up there visiting you right now. I wanted to send you this special message. You've been a really big part of my life these last 2 decades, and so I wanted to put this video together as a tribute to you, but also as a way to just say thank you for one of the most wonderful gifts that you've given me, which is you yourself and just this amazing family that I've inherited when I married into the family. It's been a wild ride in a lot of ways, but it's been the pleasure of my life. Let's get to the point of this video. So I have put together 10 things that you may or may not know that I absolutely love about you. So here we go. Number 10. I just want to get the sappy one out of the way. Your smile. You have a super contagious smile. And I can't think of a single time that I've entered into your presence where I haven't been met with that wonderful and welcoming smile. So thank you for the hundreds and hundreds of smiles that you've given me over the last couple of decades. So I'll get the sappy one out of the way. But number 9, I absolutely love your overuse of the expression, "oh brother." And people know exactly what I'm talking about. I completely adore that you use this, and I don't hear this from anybody else in the world but from you, and I love that piece of it too. In fact, you're probably going to say it a few times during the duration of this video. Number 8, I love your courage, particularly around birthdays, because every year on my birthday I always expect to get that call around 6 or 7 in the morning where I answer the phone and you're singing happy birthday to me. Now I know that we've entered into a much different age in the digital era where people don't pick up their phones as much, so I completely appreciate that if I don't answer the phone at that time, I get to hear you sing happy birthday to me on my voicemail. I'm willing to bet that happy birthday might be the song that you have sung the most in your life, which is pretty telling to your character and the type of person you are, because that song is specifically about bringing joy to somebody else, which is exactly what I've experienced from you these last 2 decades. Number 7, I love your competitiveness during card games. So we get to experience this sweet, loving Mamaw, that we get these smiles and this precious warmth and welcomeness, but at the card table, the gloves come off. This is the part where you get to say, "oh brother." I always enjoyed getting to see that strength and passion come out of you during those family events. Plus, between you and me, I was always pulling for you the entire time. Number 6, I completely love your accent. I don't think anybody knows where your accent comes from. I particularly like how you say Brian's mom's name, Dolores, because for the longest time I thought you were calling her the Larses, and I'm like, who are the Larses? What family is this we're talking about? But that's just how you were saying it, the Larses. And so I absolutely love your accent, and if someone can clue me in on where that comes from, that would be very enlightening to me. It's kind of like your own accent. It's like you created your own accents unique just to you. It's like, to me, that's right up there with Lord of the Rings and Star Trek, where they're creating brand new languages. Number 5, I love your shoulder shrug laugh. Now you may not know you do this. I think you do, but you may not know you do it. So if you don't, well, I'm letting the cat out of the bag on this one. And so this is what I think is going on, is that you find certain things so hilarious, but for some reason you don't want people to know that you think that they're that funny, especially me, of course. And so you hold all your joy and your laughter inside your body, but your body just can't handle that kind of stress and pressure, so it makes your shoulders shrug. So it kind of looks something like this. So in my mind, every time I would see you do that laugh, I knew that I was absolutely hilarious to you. Number 4, I love that I'm your favorite Oklahoma grandson. So I think it's important at this point to really let everybody in on what you're really meaning by that. Because what you really mean, and we all know this to be true, is that I'm your favorite grandson that just so happens to be from Oklahoma. But that's really a mouthful. And so it's just better to kind of, keep it short and condense it down to I'm your favorite Oklahoma grandson. But, I know what you mean. Number 3 is that I love your genetics. And I really contemplated on putting this in here, but I really felt like in the spirit of being authentic that it needed to go on the list. Because let's face it, Amanda is smoking hot. And we know that she gets 50% of her genetics from you and Denzel. And I kind of think that the beauty side of things, and probably some other things, that's really attributed to you and Denzel. Number 2 is that I love your faith, love, and commitment to God and your family. I know it's unrealistic to think that in 80 plus years that there never was a faith struggle, and I know that was likely to happen. And I'm inspired and encouraged by your trust in God, especially during the more difficult times. And of course, your love and commitment to your family is something that we all directly benefit from, and there's no question in my mind that is part of your legacy. The number one thing that you may or may not know that I absolutely love about you is, well, you. I love you, Mamaw. I have been so blessed and fortunate to know you these last 2 decades. Like I said earlier, I had no clue the family I was inheriting when I married Amanda, and that all began with you and Denzel. Thank you for that. So there you have it, the top 10 things that you may or may not know that I absolutely love about you. What? There's another one. Let's get to it. You didn't think that was it, did you? Because I got one more bonus thing that I've got to tell it, because I know that I probably shouldn't, but I really need to go ahead and reveal this. But I love your tattoo, and I know that we're supposed to keep that on the down low, but I don't think it's the 21st century now, so I think it's okay. But I think it's absolutely amazing and a piece of art that you shouldn't be embarrassed about. It's pretty cool. I love you. Very cool.